That's really going to cut into, if you look at what you earn versus your time into it. Because when you first start making videos, you're not going to make anything. And eventually, everybody wants to be monetized and make some money. But if you're spending 3, 4, 5 days editing one video, and you put that video out and it makes $10, and you've invested 5 days to make $10, it's hard to keep the drive going to keep making the videos. So you've got to figure out how to balance the time you're putting into it with the money you're going to make. While I'm working Shorty here, I'm going to talk a little bit about getting started doing the videos, how I got started, why I got started. If you're thinking about starting to do videos, if you're a trainer and you're thinking about doing something similar to what I do, or if you do something different and you've always thought doing videos would be good for your business, might give you some pointers. So when I first started doing videos, I think I'm about 5 years into this. I really had no intention of the videos doing what they're doing, and so many people being so tuned in to following the individual horses or really following me and my training like they do, and really wanting to learn about my training. I really had no thought of any of that. My only reason for doing the videos when I started doing them was so that when somebody sent me the horse for training, they could see that I was really riding the horse, and they could see what I was doing with the horse so that they could use that for reference for them down the road. But over time, it's worked out to, I do a lot of videos, and honestly, the income off the videos is pretty good. So if you're thinking about doing this, you need to put some thought into what's going to set you apart, what's going to be different. I didn't put any thought into that. It just so happened that I don't think any or many people do videos like I do. So that just the whole concept set me apart. But think about, what do you do in your business, your life, that's different than that other people would want to experience? That's really what's going on there. I'm a trainer training these horses, and people are wanting to see the progress of the horse, and some owners are wanting to see how I do the training for their horse. I have some trainers that are wanting to pick up the training techniques. Some people don't even own horses, and they just want to follow for the horse's story. So think about how you can apply that to what you do. I was recently talking to Dusty that has Wild White Equine, and he was thinking about starting a channel on training. He does training similar to what I do, but he does a lot of transport. I think a channel with a transport company following the horse's story from point A to point B, and I picked up this horse here, we're going to go to this point and follow that horse's story along, whether that's stopping for fuel, stopping to water the horses, feed the horses overnight here, maybe any kind of health issues that you would want to address on the way, and educate people about transporting horses. I think that's a really good avenue, and I know somebody that has a wrecker service. I think that would make good YouTube videos. I know it's weird what I watch on YouTube. I'm just kind of weird anyways. My favorite channel is Miami Boat Ramps. I watch people launch and pick their boat up out of the water. It's entertaining. I like it. And something that a lot of people might not have ever thought of, watching people try to back the trailer in the water and all the ways that goes right or goes wrong. Just whatever you experience in life, whatever you do that somebody else would find entertaining. Another channel that I watch, he's a captain on a towboat where you break down, you call, I think it's Tow US, I believe, I'm not sure that this channel is. And you break down, you call, you get towed, he follows, he documents going out there and towing the boat in. That's the kind of stuff I watch. And I think there are a lot of people who watch TV are going more into this real life stuff than typical TV shows. I know I'm tired of watching what regular comes on TV. I don't care for most of it. Most of what I watch is documentaries and stuff. If you're looking to make a channel, you might not even have thought of doing just documenting what you do during the day that other people would want to experience. But what you have to do, the first thing you have to do is start making the videos. And then you need to start growing your audience. And that's really where the hard part comes in. There's lots of different ways to grow your audience, but really, if you're making videos that have an entertainment value, your audience will grow pretty naturally. I'm not the best speaker. I've had to work at it. And I think a lot of my earlier videos that didn't do good is because I had to learn how to speak on camera, and I think lots of people do. And for me, I just get out here and ride and record what I'm doing. There's no theatrical, there's very little planning. I just get out here and record, and I say what I'm thinking. That's pretty much all that I do. And some channels that might work real good. Some channels you might have to do a whole lot of preparation. I know I've followed some channels around, and it might take them 2 weeks to produce one video. That doesn't work for me, and I don't see how that really works for a lot of people. You got to be able to get the videos out on a regular basis. So think about what you do that people would want to follow you through your day. Some jobs are just naturally interesting, and what you might think is boring, somebody else might find interesting. I know another channel that I follow is a tugboat channel. He talks about pulling barges around the different countries, and that's kind of like the horse hauling. Just talk about what goes on getting from point A to point B, and I find that interesting. If you want to do it from a horse training standpoint, you want to see what sets you apart. There's a lot of different horse training channels, a lot of different horse channels. You need to look at the horse industry as a whole, because there's a limited number of people that are interested in horses in the world. And then you bring that down, there's some Western horses, there's some English horses, and you bring that down even further where you talk about trail horses, draft horses, show horses in the Western world, in the English world. So you bring your audience down pretty small, pretty quick. You need to look at how you're going to appeal to a bigger audience, whether that's like I talk about what I do in reining and working cow horse, but it's not just that. It's a lot of other stuff. And a lot of the horses that I work, I'm working them in that direction, but not necessarily every horse is going to be doing that. This horse is going to be going back into cowboy mounted shooting, but he will experience everything versatility ranch horse will experience. So if you're thinking about doing a channel, the biggest thing, probably the biggest hurdle that I had was rearranging my mindset and rearranging my schedule to video. Melinda comes twice a week, and we video these videos where I'm talking on camera, and then usually about 2 days a week I'll set a camera up on the end of the arena here and just video us working horses, and then I'll come back and I'll voice over after the fact. And that's how I'm able to put out as many videos as I put out. I try to put out a video a day on Facebook and YouTube, and 2 to 3 videos a week on Patreon. So it's quite a few videos. The editing is something that I've noticed with us we don't do a whole lot of editing. So there's not a whole lot of time involved depending on the video. Some videos take more editing than others. But if you're videoing in a way that you've got to spend days editing, that's really going to cut into, if you look at what you earn versus your time into it. Because when you first start making videos, you're not going to make anything. And eventually, everybody wants to be monetized and make some money. But if you're spending 3, 4, 5 days editing one video, and you put that video out and it makes $10, and you've invested 5 days to make $10, it's hard to keep the drive going to keep making the videos. So you've got to figure out how to balance the time you're putting into it with the money you're going to make. What drove me was the fact that I really wasn't in it for the money. I was doing it so the owners could see their horse. And it really, for me, it drove horses coming in for training. And it still does that. That is probably still the primary reason I keep making videos. And then on top of that, the money from being monetized is a bonus. So if you're thinking about making videos, or if you're currently making videos and you're not monetized, or if you just want some suggestions, I'll be happy to look at your videos and your channel and see if I have any input. I'm not a specialist in making videos or editing or thumbnails or any of that. All my stuff is pretty simple. I can't afford to put a lot of time into any one particular video. Message me if you'd like, and I'll see if I can help you out. Don't mind. I have a link somewhere to other Train the Trainer videos, and I'll put that here somewhere. Until next time, thank you for watching.